going on, guys? My name is Super Games, and today we'll be back in Starship Corporation. Now, the reason I'm doing another video on this is purely for the fact that the developers didn't like my first video, so I had to take down that one, and apparently I was in the wrong version. I can show you guys the email that they sent to me. It was not in the least bit showing that I had to download a beta key to get the newest version, so we are on 2.6.8, and we do have a campaign. So we will be doing the campaign today. I have a list of tips that they've given me over here to help with this game to kind of get started, because as you can see in the tutorial from the last one, it was hard, and I didn't understand what was going on at all. And it says like for like the crew management stuff that completely can be done, and then I also might need to pick maybe just a like either mining or campaign or fighting or something like of that nature. But they've given me some other things, so it's like the Yanmori 2 is a great all-purpose fuselage that we need to maybe earn or work towards, and different thing like that. I've been doing Shane games for a while now, just starting off those. Growing up, you were watching your father build up the business, establishing multiple shipyards throughout the galaxy and dealing with many different clients. It seemed to you that he was unstoppable and everybody knew him. You were old enough to understand suffering, but too young to know how to help. As you witnessed shipyard after shipyard being destroyed by the War of Independence, when father decided to step down and leave you in charge of the company, your brother became more resentful. Even though ships that were built by the company well before the war are still flying to distant stars today, the company itself was reduced to a single shipyard on Mars. Most of the specialists your father hired were still loyal to the company, and they celebrated your leadership. Can you rebuild what your father once established, learn from his mistakes, and take it even further than ever imagined? The economy is recovering, and the market for interstellar ships is thriving. Cool. So like I said, there was going to be a campaign in the full release, and I think that is where this takes off. So, dear Mr. Shane Games, I am very excited to start our work together. There is a lot to do, and we need to move fast. We have only one salvage vessel left, the Andrea Gale. She has been pressed into war service for a long time, but is still operational. I suggest we put her to use, either by looking for contract work or to rescue some of our own less successful prototypes stranded in space. Kind regards, Trevor McBarley. So you can even go and, I guess, rescue other ships? That's pretty cool. Again, we're already getting taxed. So it doesn't take it out of our starting capital. So I think we kind of have the same thing going on here again. I'm going to try my best to remember all of the different the systems in here. So we might, like I said, we'll do some contracts and maybe we'll work towards some of the stuff in research, and then we'll try and build one ship to kind of show off what we kind of do in here. I'm not going to do the crew management. The crew management I just don't understand at all. But it seems like we're starting off kind of in the same way. Does it say who is building this? I need a basic mining laser and 2 shield generators. Route worker, deal with local pirate. So these are the things like you can kind of figure out what you're going to be doing. I'm going to make this first pilot vessel because it seems like that's what they want to build. And you can tell how long this is going to take because this is build time 1/4. Now, what I'm going to kind of work for is let's try route worker, and I'm not sure how to do range and speed and stuff. So maybe facilities on board. I need a small armory and a sick bay, which I think I can build. I can build those. But I need these 2 required rooms, a basic mining laser and a shield generator S. So to find those, we can go to research. And I'm not sure where they would be under. What did we say? We need a small generator. Oh, so right here, small generator S. And so you can either straight out buy them now, or you can put money down into them to try and do that. So like if I wanted to do, well, why won't it let me do 5,000? Budget's over 2,000, drop in efficiency. Oh, okay. So just put 2,000 into it, I guess it was not recommending me to put over 2,000 into that. So we'll try to build up the shield generator. So we'll put that budget in there. And then we'll go back real quick because I don't remember what it required. Was it this guy? And a basic mining laser. So go back to research. I'm not really sure where we would look for that. Shuttle? This is kind of cool. Okay, so basic mining laser here. So we'll put 2,000 into that. And then they wanted me to get a Yanmori 2. Maybe that was down here. Yeah, the Yanmori 2 it was a good starting one. So we'll work on that too, because these are fuel sludges here, and they said to try and work with that, because maybe that'll help be able to fill out more of the contracts. It says also in the campaign, be sure to take on contracts offered by Dennis Skortskov. They are great to start with. And it says you can automate everything related to crew management to speed things up. So, like I said, with crew management here, you have these missions where you can build the ships, and they can try and do that. I couldn't figure them out, so like I said, if we do any of those, we'll just do auto-resolve missions. Then we'll do a ship design eventually after we start to get some more of the research done. And then back to that is just the galaxy map. And so for right now, all we have is the Mars, and we have the Andrea. So to kind of move around, I think the Andrea is a mining vessel, isn't it? Whoa. Military salvage vessel that served during the Independence War. You can move up to any standard ship and reactivate it. That's pretty cool. And so this is the other one. The rusty old ship is still capable of mining valuable ore if needed to be, but it has definitely seen its better days. So I guess we can just so you're supposed to be able to research, mine, combat, road work. So let's just say, let's make him go this way. And it looks like we're trying to establish a shipyard with this guy. Research. Let's see. It doesn't really tell me what this is. So maybe if I just tell Andrea to go that way, and maybe it'll. I don't know how to establish the route between these so that we can be building more ships. Because this, when you click on a ship, you have your shipyard down here at the bottom left, and that will help. That tells you how many ships you can build. So the more shipyards you have, the more relationship you build people, the more stuff that you can build, and the more money you can make to keep the capital going. I thought I named that IO to something else, IO ships, but maybe I didn't. But anyway, guys, we're gonna end quarter, and so what that'll do is it's gonna save it's like your turn, and then the ship that we built at Mars will be finished because it'll take, and then I think our other ships will move around. It was kind of froze there for a second, but. So contract completed, pilot vessel, and it just says this is the fuselage that we built for it. And so we deliver it. Dear Mr. Chang, I also wanted to let you know that we have an old mining vessel at our disposal. It is positioned close to a target area, so if you activate the sensors, you should bump into it. If we don't use it, recommend scrapping it. Okay, thanks. I'm not really sure which way to go. And then I guess they're moving. So he moved about halfway. And we made about 11,000 BTC, which is pretty good because we were also researching other things. And so if we wanted to go check on the fuselage, you can see that we put 2,000 into this. And the 2,000, it's like you're researching a little bit more than that. So if you imagine this, because this is maybe like 2,300 or something of that nature, it's doing more over time, and like I said, just going over that will not. It even recommended that here. So it was right there. So you can kind of maybe see with this one is that we put 2,000 into it, and it looks more like 2,500 was put into it total out of the total 9,000. So in a couple more quarters we'll be able to do that. But if we go back to the galaxy map, we can see that in the Mars we finished one of the contracts, and so it's like, oh, clear the route to Actun. I mean, I guess we're doing this. I'm not really sure. Because these are all red. So salvage operation is out there. I'm improve pilot vessel outgoing technology. Food for. I mean, I guess we're doing this. I don't know. I mean, I guess I sent it. Local pirate, sea, and then route worker. I really don't see that one. Wayland Shipping is taking on establishment and maintenance of route building themselves. They need a small ship equipped with a mining laser and shields. So that's what we're working towards. And then we have building our own ship. So we could build this private vessel, but I think maybe we shouldn't build anything at first, and just so that because we're gonna be losing a lot of money if we start building up a lot of different things at once. It's a little bit froze right now, but that's what I was saying is like I don't feel like at least there's not much of a tutorial going on between the two. So yeah, we lost a little bit, but we're still more than what it was. I don't know, it just says build shipyard, you know? Sure, and the system investment. I'm not really sure what near a stranded ship to reactivate it. I don't know. Maybe. So click on this ship and then I guess just let it kind of go around and maybe it'll find some other things. Like I'm trying to get it to mine. I don't know where the spots are at because these don't have very good sensors on them. And I'm not really sure where to go. So we're gonna basically just hope for this. Skip a few turns and hope that we don't use up a lot of our, I guess our resource, whatever, because we're trying to get this. So like that's 4,000, and it's definitely over 4,000 that we put into it. But we're just gonna end the quarter and kind of let it speed up and hopefully get over it. But guys, I want you to know that when I make a video, like it is what I expect. I'm not gonna say a video is super awesome, or if a game is if I say a game is awesome, I really do believe that the game is awesome. I'm gonna tell you what I believe. So that's why I think that the first video, even though I did take it down, does correlate to the insane learning curve that this game does have, because I mean, it took me over an hour to learn the tutorial, and even though that I'm trying to explain this to you as much as I can now, I had to go through that for quite a bit, and even then I still don't completely understand it. So like right now, I'm not really sure. I guess we're going to try and build like a ship here in a second once we got some of the research done. But other than that, I don't really know what else to do. Is that maybe more contracts will come in the more quarters that we go through. Because what's up? Are you ready? Are you already suffering from a burnout? I am glad I am not the one that needs to clean up our father's mess. I want to help you. This is our brother, so he's like, he's resentful of us. I know the right people to give us the advantage when Stockard wins the next election. If you can provide me with at least 10K, I can guarantee the people in charge of the solar system will not forget us. Cheers, John Games. 10,000? I'll do 10,000. I mean, he probably already hates my guts because he has to, fill all that up. But I don't think we... Yeah, I think we need one more turn. Whoops. We need one more turn to get the last one. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be fine. I'll just end quarter now, and then we'll unlock that. Well, I think we need one more, don't we? I think so. Maji. The fuselage has been developed as the workhorse of the Yamari Transport Corporation, but since then modified to be useful for many other purposes. It provides a construction space of 1438 M2. That's pretty cool. The smallest shield generator takes the kinetic energy out of projectiles and debris too close to the hull. It loses energy when hit. It takes some time to recharge. Its maximum effective radius is displayed as a circle built along the whole highlighted green line. Cool. So now we're in the year 3021. Was this the guy? Yeah, this is the guy. Dennis Skortsolv. I don't know. His name is not spelt the same as in that thing. There was a K right here in his name. Dear Mr. Shane Games, I was a good friend of your father and he helped me out a lot in the dark times. I trust that you will live up to his legacy and want to offer you a special deal. I need 3 small transports and I'm willing to offer more than anyone else will give you for that. Let me know if you're interested. Sure. I can do that because we unlocked the shield generators, right? I have no idea what I'm just driving around blindly up here. I'm surprised I haven't died from like pirates. So let's go look at research real quick. We needed that mining laser, right? So we need a few more turns before we get that. But on the side note now, maybe, whoops, no, go here. 3 transports for, I guess these maybe are basic ones. 3 small transports for an exceptionally good price. I guess I need to figure out it. So he wants shield generators S. Okay. So I guess this point is when we will not research. We will build a ship. Now the ship design is quite crazy. So transports are this is okay, so this is pretty cool. This will let me build something towards what he actually wants. Payment is 210. And we'll build the Yanmori too. We'll start off with that. So this is probably the part I enjoy the most, is kind of going back and forth between these two. And I think, yeah, so you can see all of the different error messages that we have. And it's probably been about a week or 2 since I built this. So if we can actually go through this and build it, we will be doing pretty good. There's a lot of stuff going on that we need to do to get this going. Turn to construction menu. Okay, there we go. So I don't think we need an engineer. So we need a bridge. We'll put the bridge up here. And I might have to change this stuff. So we have a bridge, and I think we need a computer. Actually, I'm gonna slide this up a little bit. So if you guys can think or imagine of Star Trek, basically that's what we're building. We have the bridge, and we have a computer. You know, Mr. Sulu sitting up here on the end. I'm trying to think of stuff that we need, and then of course you have to get all of these going on too. So we're missing power to power these guys. So there's 300. We need, I don't know. I'm just gonna do small ones for now. And again, I might regret this, and I'll probably have to scoot this stuff around too. Over time. So we just need 1 for those for now. But we do need 2 of these. Maybe not. I don't know. But we'll go back. Well, so we do need cooling. So cooling works a little bit differently because, like where we put it. So like if you put it there, then I think it's hatches. Yeah, hatches. You need a cooling hatch that has to go on the outside so the cooling goes outside of the ship. It says that I'm missing cooling, so that might be from the top one. Here. Oh, I actually can't put that there yet? Cooling. I probably shouldn't put it right here. There. So we'll just put it right there for now. And then hatch. So like I said, there's quite a bit. I'm just trying to go off memory for right now. So like as you can see, it's like it says that I'm missing cooling. I don't know. I want to keep going and see if, you know, after a while, if we can, you know, remedy the situations. So like I never mess with shield generators. So I'm not really sure, you know, what that entails. Like, can I put just, you know, can I put it there? Or no, is this not? This is not symmetrical. It's not. It's a 4 and this is a 5. That's annoying. Alright, so I'll put that there anyway. And I don't think, yeah, and this you can't put them to beside of each other. I mean, technically, I guess I could do. Maybe do this. Slide this back one. It won't let me put a shield generator there. That's interesting. I don't know why. I mean, in all honesty, I should probably put one over here just to deflect stuff off that comes in. That's fine. Okay, so not enough engines. What do we need for engines? I'm assuming it's that. Or wait, not enough engines. Does this thing need like 2? Does it really need 2 engines? Surely not. I think you can only put 1 on, I thought. I don't know. So we might have to not do this in a second. But we do need pilots, and so we're gonna put pilots rooms up here. We're gonna put them right beside the living quarters. And so like technicians, we're gonna put downstairs next to this bay. And they're all gonna be beside each other. Not enough cooling. Why does it needs more cooling? Okay. So, but yeah, this is basically what it entails as far as building is you're trying to kind of get all of these being happy. It says I need storage. Do I even have storage? Water, fuel, and air. Okay guys, I think I finished for the most part. I had to completely redo a lot of what this ship was. So like I messed up the water treatment and the cooling. So since I ended up having to put 2 engines into this thing to try and get it to go, I ended up having to put a whole lot more cooling and a whole lot more fuel. So that ate up a lot of space. I know these are all red, and it's basically because I don't have this staircase connected. And I should have put the staircase in first because I didn't realize how they have to be equivalent to over top of each other. I mean, it makes sense, it's a staircase. So I need to put something here to kind of connect it, or put something else right here. And that's completely fine, but it says I don't have enough cargo space. And it says there's one room without access, so the design is not operational and the requirements unfulfilled. I got it. So I need storage here, which is fine. There's a lot of room here for available storage. But I don't have, like I went down here to storage, and there's water, there's fuel, and there's, and there's air. And I add those in there. So they're like, here's air, there's fuel, and there's water. But I don't have solid. So that makes me think that maybe just save blueprint. Transport, I don't know. I want to save it so that I don't lose it, and that because it took a little bit to go into it. Now that part's fun. That is probably my favorite part about Starship Corporation, is that you can build the ships that you're going to design for other people, and that's probably the more fun part for me. But I feel like the research. So if I go down to storage, I don't have small cargo. So I didn't know that was a thing because in the galaxy map. Change department. Let's see. Cancel. What? No, save. I put research into it. Alright, well, we'll go back in a second. Maybe we'll research. Why won't it put... No, it's there. It's saved. I don't know why it didn't save. Why it was acting like it wasn't going to save. So I go back to ship design. Can I load? Can I load a ship? Transport. Okay, so we can still load that. That's really cool. We'll give it a few more quarters, and hopefully we'll get some of the missing pieces that we need. So we have two more things here. John Games, special move. What's up? My friend shared something special with me and I want to share it with you. If you play the right man in the Solar Science Institute, one of your main competitors, corrupt starships, will be forced to shut down his operation on Mars and move somewhere else, meaning much more jobs will be left for you. Are you in? It's just 1,000 bits. Dude, John is straight up shady as crud. You know? So we're not losing too much. We're kind of just chilling. We're paying taxes, which is fine. I don't know. Actually, if you think about it, it doesn't equivalent. I know we already paid 2,000 into that. You know, for the sake of this one, I'm just going to go ahead and buy it. I'm going to go ahead and buy that technology because it's not really going to help us. I mean, maybe that's not beneficial right now, but I do want to go ahead and finish the ship design that we were building because I do need the cargo. So I want to do this one. I want to load it. We're going to load transport. But I want to go ahead and start and finish it because it actually is, you know, the contracts that are coming in and you're actually working on the campaign a little bit. Which is actually more enjoyable to the fact that now that I know a little bit about what I'm doing, it's not too bad. And oh my gosh, this place is big. Oh no. Supposed cargo unit survey 500 ton. Its feeding doors are vulnerable to infiltration and must be placed along the hull. Highlighted green line. Man. Crud. I have to completely rework this because I gotta figure out a way to squeeze all of this in here now. Oh, I did it! Oh my gosh. Okay, so that took a lot longer, and it probably looks completely different than when I first built it because I ended up going back and buying. So the problem with this build is that I have the speed. It wasn't fast enough, and so I went back and I bought the third engine because it did a 1.4 kilo thing of light speed. I guess that's 1.4 times the speed of light. But I needed a third one because this one only does 1. So yeah, I can't really point to it. But right around here on the thing, you see that it says 1. Then over here it says 1.4. So I went back. I needed a bigger engine. I think I went and I bought these cargo bonnets. And then I also bought cargo bay doors because I didn't know that I needed that. And then, of course, the top looks completely different too. So there's tons of cargo space. I didn't realize that these needed 4,000 tons of cargo space. I thought there was just going to be enough, so I had to completely redo this. And then I have like all the med stuff here. The bridge and the computer is up here, and so it kind of flows like different things. I had quite a bit of space that I didn't end up using right here at the very end. I ended up playing Tetris quite a bit. To kind of get all the way through. And so I guess my tips for building is build what the ship needs, the biggest things first, and then kind of put the smaller things around it. Also build the stairway very early on so that you can build around that as well. So I would probably put it up here near the front of the ship because it does get a little awkward near the front. But I kind of wanted to build. There was one where I wanted to just kind of. This is just aesthetics. But I wanted to put more hatches down so that, I mean, I guess if they ever do, you know, if they're running around going from place to place, because you can't put like a hatch to a hatch, it doesn't work like that. And then I have kind of another room right here for something. But we did manage to do that. I did have to buy, I think like I said, I think maybe 4 different things in technology just to kind of do it. I didn't want to do in quarter and finish that up like I did. But I'm gonna save this blueprint. And I guess I could do prepare simulation? I don't know how to like say this one's good. There you go. So save ship class? Does this count? I think we did it. But that's definitely the more fun part of it, is building the ships. And blue testing crew management. Integrity check offline. Is it fine? Because I also I don't think I needed. Maybe was it air? Maybe I didn't need that. See, I don't want to kill anyone yet, so I'm not really sure about those. But I want to go to galaxy map, and I want to see if I can build. What is it missing? The selected ship does not fulfill all of the requirements. But everything's green here. You know? Required rooms. The only thing that's not is the SOP and the ERS. Offers to buy 3 small trains for an exceptionally good price. To be used, Yamori 2. Budget limit is 160. We got that. Fuel capacity, max burner is 9. Fine. It is 1.4 tons. What am I doing wrong? Maybe I need to end the quarter first? Maybe it'll like register the ship or something? This tool is designed to break apart asteroids into small fragments that can be absorbed by gravity generators. Okay. I'm not really sure what these blue circles that come up are. Wow. So yeah, you can see where I bought several things. I probably bought about 30,000 in different items. So maybe I do need to do crew management for this thing. Load ship, transport. Right? Contract? Auto resolve all? Does that give it a rating afterwards? So I just hit auto resolve all. Unsave mission we lost, you want to save? Yes. So do you, when you build a ship, do you have to test it to see how good it will do against different situations? Is that how that works? Because I do see that these changed. What is the required SOP in ERS? Design's fine, heap is fine, but it doesn't meet. Oh, it needs 35 and 40 on both of those. How do I get that up? Okay guys, I made it different again. I changed most of the inside again. I really didn't change anything up here. I just moved one of the emergency vehicles up here. And what I did was I added a mining laser here. I don't know if that's gonna help me. I might have just went out on a wild goose chase and I don't even know. My design rating is 176 now. It is a little bit more expensive, just about 5,000 more. But for the most part, everything is still pretty good. Everything's either right at the limit. In these, I think they wanted everything under in the budget available. So it says one. I don't know if this is like you need to make these things. What is that, like 50,000 a piece? I mean, the fuselage alone is only 90,000, so I don't think it's like that. But I'm gonna save the blueprint again. It's interesting how, like, you try to make it more functional sometimes, like as far as like how hatches are connected and things. So it's like, oh, you know, this little spot right here, I don't really need that. I probably could save, you know, a little bit of money there. And I probably could put this tech guy, you know, somewhere like upstairs, like here. I could probably, well, maybe not there, but anyway, you start to fill in the gaps here and there. I've got several hatches here that I don't need. So it ends up taking about 200 off of that. Yeah, I moved around so much stuff, I ended up just leaving hatches here and there. I think that's fine. So like this one's got 2 hatches on it. Yeah, then that looks like it's fine. So I'm gonna save that again. I'm going on 2 hours again for this one. Just kind of messing around. I'm gonna see if, like, you know, the prepare the simulation. I mean, it seems like everything's good, right? So it's like save ship class. This dude, he's not looking too hot. He's not tethered on or anything. But I guess we'll run the test the crew management. And I guess I'm just gonna auto resolve. I think so. It's like ERS is to simulate different kind of emergency. Your ship can prove that it can take a lot of adverse situations that might be encountered in space. SOP missions test the standard operation of the ship. Performing well in this mission proves that the crew can perform well in the ship without enables effective maintenance of the room. The alarms drills test how fast the crew can access certain facilities in preparation for emergency or combat. So this is good to put hatches everywhere. So this is the SOP rating, and this is the ERS. And then I guess it doesn't need to be hostile at all. So if we test these, I guess you get to see how they do. So this one was almost there. It was, but this one right here is insufficient. So they can take a lot of adverse situations. So I need to somehow get this up. Major collision, asteroid failure, power drill, or medical in the engine rooms. Really, all crew members at the same time. Stabilizing how all crew members of your ship does not have a medical facility. This mission will not be possible. So, I guess at that point, we should go back. And what it'll do is we'll continue to do that, and it looks like we did pretty well on some of the other things. But I want to at least, you know, I mean, we're doing a lot better than what it was. maybe if we add like a little bit of extra things like emergency vehicles and so forth. So it's like for right now, the emergency vehicle is, you know, it can't, I guess the guys down here can't really escape. I don't even know where we could put one though. Because a lot of this stuff needs to be on the outside. Maybe if I move these around just a little bit. And see, I hate that. I gotta like pretty much completely move these guys around. I don't even know where to put this dude. Alright, so we need to put a technician back down. And so that fits. So like I completely moved that, you know? But we do need to add him back. So if we add this guy, I'll just add him there. And then we'll connect all of the hatches back. The hatchback, right? So hatchback, and so that's all good, right? So now we're at a 182. Why is this? Oh, it doesn't have a contract on. That's what it is. So, okay. So that's fine. It needs to be able to handle situations. Do you think maybe adding someone else? I mean, I'm gonna add hatches around the ship, and you know, maybe this will help let them move from place to place, and they can escape possibly. I feel like this is pretty good here. Maybe add exit here. You know, maybe the bridge, you know, duck and cover, right? So I'll just put some exits points. You know, maybe that will help the situation, and it only added a little bit more to the overall like, I don't know what influences getting more stats in certain areas. It seemed like it wasn't medically ready, and I guess that might be because, you know, downstairs maybe there's no medics. And if it does, I mean, maybe I can go back and add a medic downstairs, like put one here. If I add one, is it gonna like mess up everything? Sure, let's add a medic. I'm not really sure if that's going to help, because I'm basically trying to get that rating up higher. You know, maybe if someone gets hurt down here, because all of the medics were upstairs. Like, so if someone gets hurt, they have to go all the way down the stairs, and if they're in the engine room, they're dead by the time before you even get there. So our design rating went up, and our price went up some. Air supply is messed up now. No. I'm taking this off. It's not worth the extra. I really don't have anywhere to put, because you can see. Well, I can't even move my mouse; it's froze. But the air up in the top left, and the water. So like this air up here, and then do I even have a water? Yeah, and then a water here. So I might could put a water there, and then connect it. But other than that, I don't really know. So save ship class. Hopefully it passes the test. I didn't know you also have to build keeping in mind how everything works. I feel like adding the hatches around will help a whole lot. But I really hope this works. So we need 40 for, so this is emergency response. So maybe adding more hatches helps all of them. Hopefully it does well. No, it actually, did it go down? So 39 out of 50. You can prove it can take a lot of adverse situations that might be encountered. Emergency response. Major collision. Prepare for major with debris that can cause great damage on all decks. Like, how do I fix that? I don't know. I mean, I went in, I added like emergency vehicles and things. There's things here that I'm not really sure. CYO, it seems like that's artificial humans, which I haven't unlocked yet. And then explosion in the engine room, severely injured all crew members at the same time. Stabilize and heal all crew members. If your crew does not have a medical facility, this mission will not be possible. So, I mean, that's only 5 points, so it's not going to help me. And then this one, perform a major collision with debris that causes great damage on all decks. So I'm not really sure how to get this up. I think I might know how to do one of these. But even then, at that point, I'm not really sure. Because I thought I added a medical facility to the ship. Maybe just having like emergency vehicles isn't enough to get it going. So if I load it back up, and we go into it, there should be a medical facility on the first floor, or the second floor, bridge 2. Life support, right? This life support takes all air tanks. No, not that one. Did I do it wrong? Do I not have a med bay? I mean, even so, if I didn't have, I guess I don't have the med bay. But even if I don't, you know, that's what I'm still talking about is here when we do crew management and how do you load a ship? There we go, load ship. And I load this ship up. And it shows what failed, and I guess you have to figure out what failed here, or what I could do better. But I don't know what I could add to some of these to do better. So like the artificial loss connection with the network operating with unknown to keep them from taking over the ship by accessing the main computer. I'm not really sure how to do that. If it just has a medical, this mission will not be possible. So I guess I don't have a medical facility on there, but again, that would only be 39 out of 40. So I'd have to get at least 1 point in this, and you get 2 minutes to save great damage on all decks. So I'm not really sure what I need to do. There's something in research that I need to do more of. Unfortunately, I'm going to end this video here. Like I said, I was in here just trying to figure out what was going on. But for the premise of what I was talking about last time, this is the campaign. This is what it is about. Is you're going in and you're building ships to fill in contracts. Now, here's some of your contracts. They were saying that this was a good starting point. But I didn't understand why. I thought that over here was the only thing that you needed was to fill in all of this. You know, everything was green, everything was good. However, it's failing on the emergency response standard, whatever time it is. So I'm not passing that, but it doesn't teach you how to solve those. And then even in the guide, it says you can automate everything related to crew management to speed things up. So I automated everything in the crew management, but either the automation is failing on those, or it needs to have another tutorial to explain how to get these up. Like, if something is failing, tell me what it's failing and what I could do to improve it, because other than that, I'm just going in here and researching something. Like if I go to med bay, or doing advanced life support, or emergency life support, or a sick bay, or something here I need to add to, like I guess I need to buy a sick bay to equip it to it. But then my ship is already at like max capacity, because most of the ship takes up is because of the cargo holds. Maybe I need to buy better cargo holds or something, so that they're not taking up as much space. So this one says 500 and it's a 5x8, and I guess this one is smaller. This one is a 5x14, so maybe then doing 3 of those rather than doing 4 of the other ones would equivalent now, and I'd have more space to do those other missions. But like I said, guys, I'm gonna leave this video off here. There is a very big learning curve. If you really like, it is very in-depth. You can see that there's tons of research that you can go into. There's a galaxy map, there's a campaign now, there's the crew management. You can actually go in and do these missions. That's where the RTS comes in from, is you can move the characters around and you can get better points probably during it, but I'm no good at it. But I really do like the research aspect of going into it. I just wish I knew what I needed to research so that I could actually do the first contract, because you know they pretty much give you the first contract here, where you solve that one, you just build a ship and you give it to them, and then you get like 20,000, you know, whatever the currency is here. And then you do a research, right? So you get the first fuel sludge and you go back into it, and it's like, okay, well, I've been trying to build this one ship for you guys. You know, this is the ship that I'm going to build for you. You have, I mean, I'm right at the budget limit now. So it's like, okay, here's the really nice, you know, 9 crew members. It's basically right there, but I don't know how to, I can't complete the contract, and so you kind of get like stalled out and stuck, and so that kind of kills the fun in the game, because you don't know what to do. There's nothing that's telling you with that. And then also these guys, where you like click on a ship and it's like, oh, go here and mine, and that was in the tutorial, but it wasn't completely clear. Like, I guess I need to upgrade the range of these ships so that I can see that I need to move these guys around. You know, mine this guy, and then, you know, send Andrea to like up here, you know, just to explore or something of that nature. And over time, then you can actually get more of these. I'm not really sure. I think the other systems have bought places here, or shipyards, to kind of then do more contracts. And then, you know, we can figure out the reputation we have with our brother John Games. But they say if you're gonna play this, start off with Dennis, and then you can get on from there. I'm sorry if this isn't, you know, a very good review or expression, but like I said, guys, you know, halfway point through the video is that I'm not gonna tell like the game was good. The game's fine. It's just a really big learning curve. But guys, this is my honest opinion of this game. It is there's a lot to learn if you jump right into it. I would recommend just playing a little bit of it, do the tutorial, and then take a break. You know, I did you know, an hour or 2 of the tutorial the first time, and then I jumped right into the campaign this time, and I knew how to build, and I remembered how to do most of that. But even when it comes to the building spot, and even doing the first contract that becomes available, it's like, okay, well, you click on it and it's like, oh, well, you're missing these 2 things, and you need to get these 2 things first. It's like, buy a cargo, and then it was like, oh yeah, it's throwing an error because you need a bay door. I didn't know that there was a bay door. So it's just kind of that exploration, finding out. That's fun, that's cool, because it tells you what you need, and then you can research it, or you could just wait the quarter. You could wait the quarters and research it, or you could just buy it immediately. And I guess I was doing it on easy mode. You know, we're starting out with a million, whatever this is, BTC. But guys, my name is Shane for Games. If you want to check out Starship Corporation, it is a link to the game in the description down below. But like I said, my name is Shane for Games. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep on playing.